Hi, Mike. How are you today? Happy New Year to you.
Good. Happy New Year to you. I've been told not to swear on your.
Oh, you can do whatever you want. I'm a very liberal young lady,
No,
so
no.
you
I
just
think
go for
that
it.
it's your audience they were thinking of. But anyway,
Oh, my audience could care less. They love it. It's all good. You do you, Mr. Leigh. You do you. First of all, congratulations on yet another fantastic film. My goodness, this one really, really stuck with me. But before we go there, I want to ask you something because you tend to bring most of your films here to Toronto to debut them. What is so special for you about TIFF?
well, I've been coming to TIFF, as you know, for a long time.
Yep.
Uh, First and foremost, like some other festivals, and unlike some other festivals, which are it's an audience festival. Some festivals aren't really audience festivals,
Yeah.
but TIFF absolutely is, and you really feel that. There's a buzz, and you know when you come with a film to TIFF, you're taking part in the whole experience that audiences are having, and you can sort of sense that in the buzz, in the Q&As, and all the rest of it. So that's primarily, I think,
Yeah.
my reaction to that.
Yeah. And I do remember, I mean, we go way back. I do remember covering Secrets and Lies. Oh, just, you know what? Just less than 30 years ago. My goodness, time flies. And being introduced to the wonderful Marianne Jean-Baptiste. Oh, my goodness. And here you are reunited with this wonderful actress again. And for people who, unless they've been living under a rock and don't know your process of filmmaking, I love it so much because to me, it's just so organic. It feels very real when we meet your characters. And I wanted to know when you reunited with Marianne for Hard Truth. What was her initial, or what was the initial discussion about Pansy? Because yes, you do let your actor, develop these characters. So I wanted to know what was the jump off point? What did you say to her?
Well, I mean, it's interesting that you describe it as letting my actors develop their characters. That's true. The fact is, I collaborate with them to
Of
create a
course.
character. Um, I mean, in the case, very often it's the case, and it's certainly the case with Marianne in this film, is that we make a decision to make a film. We didn't know what we were going to do. The main thing is that's there. That's so we start working. And I never really give a specification of any sort to the actor. I say to the actor, look, make a long list, as long as you like, about all sorts of women that you can know or remember. Some that you may know well, some that you hardly knew who they were, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, as is always the case, she talked about a lot of people. And I gradually would say, let's get rid of her, let's get rid of her, and whittle it down to certain source people. And then we build a character drawn from two or three sources, and that's where it starts. And then having got that on the go, we then are creative with what we do with her, really. So it's that's a will sound like a rather mechanical sort of answer to your question, but that is the answer. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But obviously, what I'm doing is being creative and inventive and imagining possibilities of this character in relation to that character, and and res see how it resonates with notions I have sort of on the go or growing as to what we are dealing with or what we need, the spirit of what we want to be doing. And I mean, look, I make films the way people paint paintings, write novels, write plays, write poetry, make music, make sculpture, etc., where the artist discovers what it is he or she is making
Right.
on the journey of making it, and that's really what happens with me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I love this process. And the thing about Pansy, man, like I said to you earlier, this one really stuck with me. I really felt for Pansy. I think too many of us can relate to her. I think there's so many miserable people in the world, sadly. But she just lets it all out and gives permission for us to kind of enjoy her through your film. Was it taxing on Marianne to play a woman like this?
Look, Marianne is a consummate character actor.
Yeah,
And character actors is what I work with. I don't work with actors who play themselves. And I
right.
don't work I don't work with so-called method actors who have to be the character and can't come out of character and are the because that's utterly counterproductive and a waste of time really. So she is brilliant, and in fact, all the actors in this film are, but she
Yes.
is top of the game at creating this character, going into character, being totally in character, but able to come out of character, be objective about the character, and thus collaborate with me and the others to construct the drama. Um, so, in that sense, it really isn't emotionally taxing for her. Of course, it's hard work,
Sure.
and yes, she will tell you that Pansy got to her a bit, but not in any way
Yeah.
that's dangerous or counterproductive or intrusive, really, because she's a character actor and she has, and apart from anything else, unlike Pansy, she has an enormous sense of humour, which we
Yes.
share, which
Yeah.
we share. And in fact, we share it with Michelle Austin as well,
Hmm.
who plays Chantal. So yeah, it's it's safe.
Good. Okay, that's great. Good to know. Now, when you bring your other actors in, because it's very, sort of improvisational. I mean, I know that you have a very long rehearsal period, so we know basically what they're going to be saying, kind of thing. And then when you
No,
decide to
no, 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 no. That's a myth. That's not
oh,
true.
okay, so tell me then, because I
No,
thought that
no,
okay,
no,
so
the long rehearsal period is not to create the dialogue or the action. It's to create the characters, the background, the premise of the film. But
okay,
during the shoot, that's when the real stuff happens. But scene by scene, sequence by sequence, location by location, we go to the location. I mean, obviously, I work out a rough scenario just before the shoot,
sure,
but that's not dialogue or anything. We go scene by scene, sequence by sequence, location by location. We go to the location without the crew. We improvise in character. Then we stop and we deconstruct and reconstruct, and through rehearse we script through rehearsal. So the precision about what is on the screen, what you in front of the camera, what you see in the film, happens in the location during the period of the shoot. The crew comes back, we shoot it, then they go away again, and we create the next thing in the next location, whatever. That's how it works. So the preparatory period is not about working out the dialogue or the script or anything. It's
I
about
see what you
creating a premise.
right. Okay, good. Makes sense to me. So, yeah. So, when you bring in new actors, I mean, obviously, throughout the years, you've worked with a lot of the same actors, which obviously works. Some amazing people, from Marianne to Michelle, obviously, she's back, and then Timothy Spall, some of the others that you've worked with. When you bring new actors into your process, how do you discuss it with them? Do they kind of know beforehand how you work? Or is it kind of like surprise?
No, 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 look, the thing is, actually, most of the actors in this film are new. I mean, there aren't
Yes.
in the core cast. One or two of the supporting actors have done it before with me. It takes about 5 minutes to forget that they're new,
Right.
because first of all, they've all had a taste of it because they've done it at the audition.
Sure.
Because the audition are quite detailed. Because obviously, my job in the audition is is unequivocally to sort out the sheep from the goats. Because there are plenty of actors who are quite good actors, but they can't do this sort of thing. They're
Yeah.
not character actors. They're not, doesn't turn, or they need to know, they need to have a script, or they need to know what they're supposed to be, what the audience is supposed to be feeling, or any of that stuff. But the ones that make it are in there. They can do it. They can do it. And I've very seldom, just very occasionally, made a mistake, but mostly not. And these guys are all, including the younger ones. They
Yes.
all like ducks to water, quite frankly. So you don't really. It's not really an issue once you get going.
Yeah. I wanted to know from you, Mike, once you started get to, shooting the film, getting going on this, there were so many scenes that particularly moved me or really like, wow, I gasped, whether it was Pansy at the grocery store yelling at I mean, how many of us have felt that before and kept our mouths shut, things like that, or the scenes that she has with her sister, particularly the way she treats her son. When you're shooting this as a director, what moved you most watching Marianne
Oh,
play
well,
this?
look, here's the thing. What if you make this kind of film, by which I mean films about real life, real people, real emotions, and all those things. And of course, plenty of filmmakers don't make thus, but plenty of filmmakers who quite legitimately are not remotely moved in the sense that you're talking about by because it's not about that, it's about something else. But
Yeah.
in the case of these films, my films, it is about the people. Therefore, one is telling the story on behalf of the future audience. Therefore, my emotions are raw, are there.
Yeah.
RAW, raw. Yeah, I mean, I respond emotionally to what's going on, and that motivates the dramatic decisions I make. So the question, what moves me most or whatever, everything moves me because that's what motivates the decisions I make, really.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just imagine. I here
I
you
mean,
are.
so just as there are things that I think are funny in the film, and on the whole, judging from audience's reactions, you think so too.
Yes.
And I think they're funny. So that that being the case, that's I hope what it will do for the audience. That's what it's all about, really.
Oh, 100%. I mean, you have to have some humor to to kind of
Well,
release, I think,
life life is comic and tragic. That's
Yes,
the
it
bottom.
is. Yeah, as we both well know that for sure. God bless you. You're going to be 82 this year, correct?
Next month.
Next month, my friend. Oh, I'm a February baby too. So there you go. I knew I liked you for some reason.
When's your birthday?
February 4th.
Ah, mine's not till the 20th, but my son's birthday is February the 3rd. So there's
Okay. Well, there you go. Great month. February is a great month, despite being very cold. But whatever. I want to ask you, what keeps you young?
it's a hard question because you can't see it. Did you come to any of our screenings? Were you there? No.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Which one? Were you there when I was there?
Yeah, well, I mean, many, many years. I've been over the years. This,
Oh no,
unfortunately, I
no.
couldn't make Hard Truths because I was in Scotland during
No.
TIFF this year. So I got the back end of TIFF.
I meant this year. No, you would have seen me. I have a walking stick. I suffer from something called myositis,
Yeah.
which is a degenerative autoimmune thing that gets your muscles. So, your question, what keeps what keeps you young? I mean, I'm young from here upwards, but I'm actually
Oh,
it's quite
well, that's
physically.
important. Yeah.
No, I don't know the answer to that. I
Yeah.
mean, uh, I think. I don't really like to answer questions like that because it makes you become self-congratulatory, and I don't really want to do that. But it's about engaging with life,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's great to work with young people. It's great to have uh, kids and grandchildren and all that.
Yes.
Those things all help.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. And just to kind of wrap it up, when you look back at the extraordinary actors you have had the opportunity to work with, who do you want to collaborate with again for your next one?
I can't answer that because if I did, it would be I'd have terrible trouble with people saying, "Oh, so you want to work with me? I didn't know that," or "Why did you say her and not him and not me and all that?" So if you think I'm going to tell you that, you're being very optimistic if you don't mind me saying so. So I'm really not going to tell you that.
Oh, that's okay. I listen. I wait anxiously for your next film, Mike Leigh. Honestly,
But we
you
are we are going to make a film this year, hopefully. Yeah.
well, good stuff. Well, I really do appreciate your time today. I've really, really, really enjoyed Hard Truths. I just honestly, I'm part of the Critics' Choice Association, and I voted for it. I voted for you. I voted for Marianne. Everybody is so wonderful in this film, and I just thank you so much for the joy you've brought me over the years. So, and thank you for your time
Lovely.
today.
Thank you so much. You take care.
You too, my friend. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Bye bye.